All right, let's get right into today's explainer for relationship receipt stories. Look, we're skipping the clinical therapy speak today. No boring textbook advice. Instead, we're directly unpacking the receipts on a very specific, honestly pretty painful behavior. Why do men thirst over other women online while they're in a committed relationship? Like, what are they actually thinking when they're leaving likes, comments, and heart emojis under another woman's picture while they literally have a girlfriend or a wife sitting right at home? We're pulling from multiple sources today to get to the absolute raw truth of the matter.
Because this right here, this is the agonizing question so many of us are terrified to even say out loud. It just sits heavy in your chest, doesn't it? And if you're feeling that knot in your stomach right now, well, we are going to validate your feelings today by breaking down exactly what is happening. We're getting into this clearly, emotionally, and directly. And to be clear, we are absolutely not defending this behavior. We're just explaining the harsh reality behind it.
So let's start with Section 1, the motive, ego, validation, and the illusion of singlehood.
So, why do guys actually do this? Our sources show it usually stems from deep insecurities, maybe a bit of boredom, or just the pure ego boost of feeling desired by multiple women. But here's the kicker, and this is absolutely crucial. Some men do not want to be single. They just want to act single where they think they will not get caught. They don't want to lose you, but they desperately want to play out this fantasy online. It's like having the safety of a loyal partner at home while keeping the thrill of the bachelor life alive on a screen.
And social media makes it incredibly easy to just look at other women and pretend it's completely harmless. They tell themselves, hey, it's not cheating, it's just the internet. But there's a timeline here. It escalates. Looking turns into liking. Liking turns into commenting. Commenting turns into active attention. And attention? Well, that can turn into disrespect really fast.
Because that leap from passive scrolling to active engagement changes everything. Commenting is wildly different from just looking. Why? Because a comment is a public broadcast. When a guy writes beautiful, hot, sexy, or leaves a bunch of heart eye emojis, he is not just looking. He was trying to be noticed. He's intentionally making himself visible to her. And if he has a girlfriend, that absolutely matters.
Now, you're probably wondering, what is actually going through his head when he does this? Well, he's running this crazy inner monologue to justify it. He's thinking, she looks good, or I want her to notice me. Then he starts to rationalize it. It's just online. My girlfriend will not see it. I'm not actually cheating. It doesn't mean anything. Deep down, he's just thinking, I like the attention, and I want to feel single for a second without actually losing my relationship.
But one of our sources hits the nail on the head here. A heart emoji is not harmless when it is sent with intention. When he leaves those comments or emojis under a stranger's photo, he is intentionally giving away his attention. It wasn't an accident. His thumb didn't slip. He chose to type it, and he chose to hit send. That intention is exactly where the betrayal of trust begins.
Which brings us to Section 2, the cover-up, gaslighting, secrecy, and lies.
Do they know it's wrong? Oh, for sure. That is exactly why they hide it, delete the evidence, and completely deny it when confronted. They'll say things like, it's just social media, which really means I don't respect your boundaries. Or they'll tell you, you're doing too much, which translates to, I care way more about avoiding an argument than just being honest. Or the classic, you're just insecure. He wants to shift the blame so he can keep his online access while demanding your loyalty at home. That right there, that is the disrespect.
I mean, it's the ultimate litmus test. If he would be embarrassed for you to see it, then he already knew it was wrong. If it was truly as harmless as he claims, he wouldn't need to sneak around. He wouldn't aggressively defend it. Period.
All right. Section 3. The emotional toll, from girlfriend to detective. While he's playing these games online, there is a very real person getting hurt in the real world. This kind of secrecy completely shatters trust. It makes a woman feel embarrassed, disrespected, compared, and totally unsafe. You're left sitting there thinking, why am I begging for the bare minimum while he freely gives his attention to strangers? Why is he making another woman feel seen while I feel completely invisible?
It's heartbreaking because he had compliments for women online, but silence for the woman beside him. And that stark contrast is exactly what turns a loving girlfriend into a detective. Suddenly, you're checking who he follows, looking at his likes, just questioning everything. And honestly, no woman should ever have to monitor a grown man's phone just to feel respected.
He might desperately try to brush it off as just the internet, but the comment was public, but the disrespect came home. That public action brings very real insecurity and broken trust straight into your living room. Everyone online sees him acting available, and that is humiliating for the partner who is actually investing in building a life with him.
Let's move to Section 4, the verdict, the real receipt.
When you finally build up the courage to confront him about this, you need to know that the real receipt is not just what he commented, it is how he reacted when you found it. The comment shows what he did, but his reaction shows how much he respects your feelings. If he sincerely apologizes and actually changes his behavior, okay, that means something. But if he calls you crazy, controlling, or jealous while still doing the exact same thing, that reaction is all the definitive proof you need.
So, here is what you need to take away from this explainer. If he keeps giving other women the attention he knows hurts you, stop arguing about whether it counts as cheating. Ask if it feels respectful. Because the core issue isn't just one like or one comment. The issue is the secrecy. The issue is the attention. The issue is him acting available online while expecting your absolute loyalty at home.
Because a relationship cannot feel safe when one person is acting single online and loyal only in private. Take a hard look at that truth and ask yourself if you're willing to settle for a love that operates in the shadows. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time.